Hello and welcome to another episode of A Trini in Atlanta. Before I start cooking, I just wanted to say thank you all for all the love, the prayers, the support, everything that you have given us, Shafik and I, as we go through this difficult time. And trust me, this is a difficult time. So if you can avoid it, please. Every day I think that Shafik is getting better, but it gets a little worse because this is a major surgery and now he cannot breathe, so we are going to try to see what the lung doctor is saying why he's getting. So what I am saying to you is prevention is better than cure. Prevention, please. And I'm not saying that I wasn't educated enough to know what to do. I dropped the ball. We should have gotten these tests earlier because we knew his father and his brothers and one of his sisters suffer from heart disease. We should have done it before. But I just wanted to say thank you. He's alive. He's getting better each day. And we're taking it one day at a time. Today, we are making some curry, wild caught salmon, and some pan-seared chicken tenders. Now, I am having to move away a lot from frying because I don't want to give Shafik fried food as he now come back, or salty food as he's now doing this. So you would notice for a little part, for the most part of this, I have tried to tweak how I am cooking. And I'm hoping out there that as old or as young as you are, it's never too old or young to start. So here we go. So today we are making some chicken tenders. I had it seasoned, but I washed out the seasoning from it so that it wouldn't be salty. I had some soy sauce and some black pepper, some salt. So now I'm going to leave it as it is because I'm going to put a breading on it. And I think the breading will be sufficiently seasoned. I don't need any more. So to start with, I'm going to season the fish. I'm going to make some curry fish. So I have a little fish seasoning here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of seasoning, nothing too much, very little, very, very little. So, because as I said, I have to watch all the sodium content. I'm going to put some of this Mrs. Dash that is salt free. It has a lot of flavor but no salt. And my girlfriend Becky told me about this one, this Benson's, that is packed with flavor, yet again no salt, so I put a little in that. Some black pepper. And that's it. I am not going to put any green seasoning in it yet because I'm going to use some of the green seasoning for the cooking. So I am going to season this up a little so you can see what I am doing. So if you could see, there is one head here because it was a big fish. So Shafik broke it down in two. This was before he got sick. I had it in the fridge because I couldn't do anything with it at the time. So if you notice, I just season it up here and with that, and we're going to take care of that for a little minute for here. So this is done seasoning and I'm going to let it sit there for a couple of minutes while I get the chicken tenders organized. Okay, so I'm going to get me another glove for the chicken tender because you know I don't like my hands touching everything. I am who I am. So I'm going to get an egg. Put one egg inside here. And I'm going to put this there and sort of marinate the egg, the chicken with the egg and everything together. And what that will do is it will stick the crust to the chicken. And it will give it a little flavor. So I'm done there. And here I have some Italian inspired panko breadcrumbs. I need something to drink. Give me a second. As usual, I have my Arnold Palmer, more water than anything inside here. So I could keep hydrating. So I'll take this. You don't want a lot of it, maybe a half a cup of some homemade shake and bake seasoning that I made myself with all different kind of thing. I just call it that. And I'm going to use some of this panko breadcrumbs. And this is for the chicken. So panko breadcrumbs. I don't want too much of seasoning in it because I don't want it salty. So here I'm going to move this for now. That's it. And I'm going to heat my pan very well. Another glove. And I'm going to use this now. I am not putting any more seasoning in this. As I told you, this little crust that I'm using will have some seasoning, and I don't want more than it have there. So that is the idea. Okay, I'm going to put the fan on. So, and this is, if you notice, this is how I'm going to cook this. I'm going to turn the thing to you and I'm going to show you how I'm going to cook this. This is how much oil I'm going to put there. Which all I am doing is coating the bottom with the brush. So it's just like if I'm spraying the pan with the avocado oil. But I'm out of spray because I've been using that. So that's why I use this. So that is what I'm doing there. And now I'm going to show you how. So I'm just going to take a couple of these, put it in here, and coat it in that. And I'm literally, it's as simple as even if you were using the air fryer. But this is easier for me to show you how it would come out. And this is, and the thing about using tenders, you don't have to overcook it because you don't, tenders is juicy enough and cooks maybe 2 minutes on each side. So let's see how that goes. Okay, get a couple of them more. So I want to say a big shout out to my brother Paul, who has really been helping me, who has stepped up to Tasa in his brother-in-law absence and has really been a real big help. And my younger brother Peter, who has been helping me take care of stuff that Shafik would usually take care of and that Shafik can't do for right now. So I just wanted to say a big shout out to theirs, and hopefully Nad is going to join us Thursday and we're going to make some curry because I'm hoping that is a possibility. But you know, as I said, these days you never know one day or the next when to make some plans. So that's it there. So I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Then I'm going to put some here. See how that goes. My cousin Suzanne is here in Atlanta. She's not going to stay long. She just come in for a quick visit. So I'm hoping that sometime this week I will see her. I'm going to throw this gloves away and I'll take another one just now to get this going here. I'm going to add a little more of the seasoning here. Just a little, just a bit less. Maybe a teaspoon and a half, and there's about a teaspoon of this sprinkle, just to have it season it in a little bit again. When you see what we're doing underneath there, let me get one of these and see what that is happening there. And see, yep, these are cooking. These are cooking right here. You see it? Yep. my brother Palmer, and my sister-in-law Ingrid, who helped me all the step of the way, who was calling me every day and praying with me and for us throughout this whole scenario. I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to them. So instead, I just add a little more of the spray to this so you could cook the other side and continue. I have to buy one of them bottles where I can put my own oil to spray. So for these, I don't think they will be full at all. Okay, nice. It's beautiful, beautiful. So while that is doing, I'm going to get some flour here, and this will be for the fish. This will be 1 cup of flour for the fish. Let me see if I'll need more as I go ahead. Put some black pepper in the flour and some of this saltless salt and some of this Mrs. Dash seasoning. This is just to fry the fish in, so I could be able to get the fish going. So this is going to cook. This would not take long. This is almost ready to come out. Right. It's almost ready to come out. Very nice, very nice. So you see, what I am saying is that there is other way to, there is another way. There is another way to cook that doesn't include all the oil. Now, don't get me wrong, it doesn't taste the same, but it tastes close. But if you ask my husband, he would tell you it tastes the same. He doesn't know the difference. But I am saying, see, if you're looking at the pot, there is nothing there. If you notice what I'm doing, there is nothing there. So, that's it here. Nicely done. Nicely done. I want to give a big shout out, a huge shout out to my 2 grandniece and nephew, Ellie and Josiah, who is my biggest fan, who has called me and she said, Auntie, somebody didn't like you, somebody loved you. She monitors everything. She is just the cutest, prettiest, most kind little human being out there. Her mother, Stacy, and her father, Eric, did a good job with them, with the both kids. Just wanted to say a big shout out to them. I think that chicken is ready. So, when you see Monday comes, I'll have to go back to work a little bit. I still have to do the shopping and stuff. So when something like this is in the refrigerator, he will take out a couple of it and he'll just eat it. Sometimes he doesn't even heat it up. He'll eat it cold because he don't care. So I think this one is ready. I'm going to take that out. And so that's why I make these things on the weekend. So in the week, he has something like this to eat. This is ready as well. This is ready. So usually I would say 2 minutes on each side just to make sure you can cook it a little bit longer. But yeah, not more than that. All right. It's beautiful. So this pot is done. Usually I would move on to the other thing, but I am just going to make sure that I cook out all today. And I'm going to do the same thing, just a little bit of this, just a little bit, maybe a tablespoon, maybe less than a tablespoon, just to coat the bottom of the pan. That's enough like that, to coat that. And now I'm going to take this and do the same thing I just did. Do the same thing I just did and coat this rest of the chicken that have this coat this rest of this chicken and put it in there. Okay, here we are. You know, for many years, Friends was a part of all our lives. So it was with a great shock and sadness when I heard that Matthew Perry had died. That is so sad. And so young, such a young man. Never tell what tomorrow brings. Never. So here we have this. Perfect. And that's it there. So that is there. That chicken will cook out there, and I'll add a little more. That is there. Okay, so that is done. Right. So here I'm going to put some of the panko, just a little, not a lot, just a very little, just to give it a little more crunch, because remember I'm going to put a sauce in this. So, and I'm done with the fish. I'm going to start heating this pot as well. Good. Let it keep cooking. Tell me what you think. Yeah? Look nice? So here we have some of them, and then we're waiting for the rest to come out, and that'll be good. That'll be good right there. Now I'll tell you this, don't let nobody tell you that it is the same. It is not. Fried food is fried food. Pan-seared food is not fried food. But when in a jam you need to have these, it is not the end of the world. It is flavorful. Because we did a lot of these when we were younger. All of us. You know what I'm saying? We did all of that when we were younger. So having to do this a little bit now is not a big deal. So let's spray there. I'm going to take this and put a little bit of oil here too for the fish, the same amount. That's about, this will be about 2 tablespoons. I think maybe a little less, but not more than 2 tablespoons of the oil either for the fish. You don't want anything fried. You want everything pan-seared, nothing fried. At least I don't need that now. So here we go. Now, there's a lot of people who would say to me, you could curry the fish without pan-searing it or frying it or whatever. And yes, that is very true. I could. But this is how I like my fish. And if I could find a way as close as I can to making something that I want to eat, then I am going to try and do it. Now, I'm going to say to you, this is not something I have done before. So you are learning the same time I am learning all of these. So these are not recipes that I have perfected, not by a long shot. All of this is my first time. The last time I made the chicken, I put it in the air fryer. And it came out well, but this time I had more. So I'll cook it out, and when he's ready to eat it, maybe heat it up. He could put it in the air fryer and heat it up. That would work too. Okay. And one more. One more. The head I don't need to cook today. I'll put the head away. So when Shafik is feeling better, he could make some broth for me. So I'm going to put this away for now. That's it. That's it. Let me throw this. That fish cook like that. Okay, let me see how this goes. Yep, this is awesome. So in the comments below, tell me if you all have ever tried something like this and if it was successful and if you're going to try it. If you're going to try this, if you haven't done it before and if you think you can do this and if you could start eating like this, that would be my takeaway from this would be if you all could start eating like this a little more, because this was never when I started this channel. This was never, I would still teach you a lot of everything that I know, but I would like for us going forward for it to be even better than it was before, with the sense that we can have more fun if we can eat a little bit better than we was. Because nobody is not saying that you cannot have a big, nice, juicy steak. What my husband has pointed out to me is that he will still have a nice, juicy steak when we go out. But we don't have to make a nice, juicy steak at home as well as go out and have a nice, juicy steak. If you want to have. So I am trying to not, which who know me well know that I have an affection for red meat. But we put that there, a little more heat. Turn this off. Okie dokie. And here it is. Here it is. This is a little tray of pan-seared chicken. Shake and bake chicken, in a sense. So, let it cool down a little bit, then I'll try it for you. Let's see what's going on with this. Yep. This. Put a little bit of this spray, this olive oil spray right there. so it wouldn't stick, and I'm going to turn it. That's it. I'm going to turn it. And I want to give a big shout out to my girl Natasha, who showed me how to make pies, aloo pie, fish pie, whatever pie, without frying them. And mama, I tried it when Shafik was in the hospital. I made some tuna pie and I did exactly how you showed me. I put a little bit just like this in the pot and it was awesome. So thank you. So start bringing some more of those recipes to us. Those recipes that you don't know how good that was for me. I needed that. So that was awesome. So here we are cooking this. That's all we need. We just need a little, we needed to just get a little bit of searing so that I can take it out and I can have a little crust on it when I'm cooking. That's all I need. I'm excited. So here I am. Little bit of coconut milk for my curry fish. Not a lot. My pimentos. My tomatoes. My pimento, my tomatoes, my onions, my achar for my, and I'm going to cut these. The onion, that was half of an onion, and this is 5 small pimentos that I'm slicing. Because I'm telling you, the people say what? Pimento is really a game changer in things like fish and stuff. It really, really is. And then some tomatoes. Cut these tomatoes in half, because that's all you need. That's it there. So here we are. Okay. That's it. That is so good. This should come out now. Because remember, these still will finish cooking in the gravy. So this don't have to overcook. But if you wanted it to cook a little more because you want to eat it with dal and rice, you feel free, because this can eat with anything. You don't have to cook it over. I want to cook it over. Not that I have to, because this is perfect. This is crunchy. Did you feel it? Crunchy. It's a pretty color. But I love curry fish. Is one of my favorite ways to eat fish. So I'm going to move that from there. And I'm going to move this pot here into the sink, because I don't need that pot again. So you see me there. So now I am going to put the sauce up. And I'm going to make some curry fish. That's it. Move that from there. Put that up and make some curry fish here. That is beautiful. Okay, dokie. So this is here. We have the veggies cut up already. We have the veggies cut up here. We have the green seasoning here. We are done with this. We are completely done with this. Don't need this anymore. Perfect. Now I'm going to put, if you can tell, I'm going to put maybe a teaspoon of oil, a teaspoon, not even a tablespoon, a half of a teaspoon, because all I want is to wet the pot at the bottom. I mean literally less than that. If you notice that, that is all you're getting there. And there, here, inside here, I'm going to put all my vegetables. No, before I put my vegetables, I'll put my curry so that my curry can cook there and my vegetables can cook. So I am going to turn this fire a little bit down. 1 teaspoon of everything. 2 teaspoons of curry. 1 teaspoon of turmeric. 1 teaspoon of anchar masala. 1 teaspoon of ginger. And 1 teaspoon of garam masala. Okay, that should be awesome. Let me get some water there. Put a little more water. I think I will need in there. Let this cook down a lot before I put anything in there. Okay? Okay. Okie dokie, let this cook. Let this cook down there. So I don't need any more oil, definitely. So I'm going to pack this away. Done with that brush. Okay, so let this keep frying. Let it fry until it's done. Now, as I said, I always say when I'm cooking with you all that every single body have their own way of cooking. So you do not need to be nasty in the comments and tell me that's not how it's done. No, it is not done like that in my house. It's done like that in your house because everybody have their own secret way of what makes their food special. That is why we go out and eat other people's food. Otherwise, we cook our own food and stay home all the time. So you let this boil and so it stops getting grainy. Let it boil, it fry down there a lot. See, smells good. Smells good. Let me get a piece of lemon to cook. Excellent. Oh, so you can see that it is thickening up here. It's thickening up here now. You can tell it's starting to thicken up. Let's continue frying. A little bit of okay. 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 Nice. Very nice. So this, I'm going to take this and put it in there now and let this cook out there. So the curry will still continue cooking with that vegetables in it, because the vegetables is going to let some water out, and the curry is still going to cook in that. So we have the onions, the pimento, and the tomato in here. And that will continue. In here, I have a little bit of achar. So for the sour part of it, this is what I am using because I have this. So it's a mango achar. I just put a little bit of that in there. And that will give it some flavor too and some heat. Let that continue cooking. That cooked there. Then I'll taste that. And I'm going to put some garlic and ginger right there. A tablespoon of garlic and ginger inside there. And that will give it extra layer of flavor right here. See, so the vegetables like going a little water, so you can tell. So and let it fry a little more. And I'm going to take a spoon and do a tablespoon of seasoning, a little tablespoon of seasoning there, and that is done. And let it fry up here. Inside they have, as usual, my husband's special blend. I'm going to put this, and I'm done with this. Excellent. Okay, see? So this is cooked and nice. It still have a little crunch taste, so when you're eating. So now I'm going to add some water and some coconut milk, coconut powder actually, to this. So maybe 2 cups of water, about 3 cups of water. I'll add about 3 cups of water as I want the fish to cook out a little more. So 3 cups of water in there. A little, literally a teaspoon of some of the fish seasoning for a little flavor. Let's see where the spoons are. Okay, it's not there. Okay, it's not there either. So I'm going to take a teaspoon from the cabinet then and measure out a teaspoon of that into this. 1 teaspoon, definitely, not more than that at all. Put that there. Put a little bit of the coconut milk. So I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of coconut milk here. 1, 2. That's enough of that coconut milk there. Let me see. I don't want too much. Just want a little bit of flavor. I'm going to taste this, and then I'll know if it wants anything before I put the fish. Let me taste this for the fish. Oh, that is so good. That is so good. I'm going to put this, a little bit of this. Now I'm going to put my fish in. I put this fish in, this nice wild-caught salmon that Gavin come and gave to me, that I have not cooked out yet, because I had big hopes for fish broth this season. And maybe in a little bit as it gets colder and he feels better, he's going to make. Because I'm telling you, people, that man does not cook. But a fish broth, oh my, the fish broth he can make. He can make a fish broth. Okay, so I'm going to let that cook down for a little minute right here. Let it cook down there. And then in this, I'm going to maybe, that'll be about a tablespoon. Yeah, 1 tablespoon of lemon. I don't want more than that, otherwise you'll get too sour. So I only want a little of that. Wow, 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 wow. This tastes so good. It's so good. I don't need any more seasoning. It doesn't need anything else. It just is perfect the way it is. If you want to add a little salt from the top because you wanted a little more salt, then feel free. But I am not going to because I like it how it is there. But if you want to, feel free to add a little bit of salt to yours. Gets thicker. Okay. So now when you're eating these chicken tenders, you could squeeze some lemon in it as well. Feel free. It always gives it a good boost of flavor. So you can do that, or if you want pepper. This is almost done. Let it continue cooking because the fish was fried before, and fish, as you know, especially something like salmon, is a very quick thing to cook. So it doesn't have to take long to cook this. So I have some jasmine rice here, just a little. So I just want a little bit of jasmine rice in this plate. I'm going to take one of these small chicken tenders, put it in my plate right here. I'm going to have my lemonade sweetie and Palmer mix here. This, I'm going to turn this off. This is done completely. And I'm going to move the can. I'm going to take a piece of fish here, right here out, right there, right there. Perfect. That's it. So you can see what I am doing here. Here is my fish. Here is my chicken. I'm not a big chicken person, but I have a nice piece of avocado here that I'm going to put in my plate as well, at least a quarter of it. I try to eat avocado with every meal that I eat now, and some tomatoes, but okay. So here we are. We have fish, curry fish, we have chicken, we have a piece of avocado, we have some jasmine rice. You could do the brown rice too. I have that for Shafik as well. And here we go. It is hot. Here we go. Let me taste it. All of us together. Even without the salt. You cannot, it is so good. It is awesome. Oh my. You see the chicken tender? It's literally what it says is a tender. And that's it, yeah. I'm gonna get a piece of this fish in. It's so hot. So this is a piece of Alaskan wild caught salmon that our friend brought to us. It didn't overcook at all. It's soft and flaky and falling apart. No overcooking here. And that is it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being through all of this with me, for subscribing, for sharing, for liking, and I'll see you in the other video. Bye-bye.